So we're into the semi-finals and it's the big one. Carlos Alcaraz, the world number one, looking for his first ever Australian Open title and the career Grand Slam. And he's up against none other than last year's finalist. It's Sasha Zverev. This is the preview. Let's go through it. That's right, and if you haven't done so yet, give us a like and subscribe to the channel. This one cannot be missed. Let me tell you that right now. Carlos Alcaraz looking for his first ever Australian Open title. He hasn't dropped a set on the way to the semi-finals, and in the quarterfinals, he won in convincing fashion against Alex de Minaur. It was 7-5, 6-2, 6-1, and just domination from the world number one. He looked impenetrable. He had shots in attack, defense. Everything's just going right for him on the tennis court. And even when it's not, he's able to turn it around. And he shows the heart of a champion to turn sets around so he doesn't drop any. So can Zverev be the first person to take a set off him at this Australian Open? And can he even go one better and defeat him? That's the big question here. Obviously, for Carlos, this is his 10th Grand Slam semi-final, and he is 5-0 in 2026. He's done enormous things at 22 years old, and he's not going to stop. This has been his route through to the semi-finals, defeating Walton straight sets, Hanfmann straight sets, Moutet straight sets, Tommy Paul straight sets, and then the Aussie Alex de Minaur, who's playing the tennis of his life right now, but still he can't solve the puzzle that is Carlos Alcaraz. And he meets in the semi-final. It is Sasha Zverev, the world number 3, last year's finalist, who had a really tough quarterfinal against Lerner Tien, the young American coming through, great from the baseline. But Zverev knew what he had to do. He had to serve well. He did serve well. He didn't get broken for the entire match. Served 24 aces and his 10th career Grand Slam semi-final. It is pretty crazy. Doesn't have any slams to his name though yet, does he? Could this be his time? He keeps on knocking on the door. Is anybody going to answer though? That's the big question. This has been his route through to the semi-finals. It was against Diallo in the first round. Tough first round match. He went through in 4 sets. He went through in 4 sets against Muller, 4 sets against Cam Norrie, 3 sets against Francisco Cerundolo, and then in 4 against Lerner Tien. So he hasn't gone the full distance yet, but he has dropped 4 sets along the way. But this is fairly typical with Sasha Zverev in his Grand Slam history. Tends to drop a set here and there, but if he's serving well, there's not many that can compete with him. If we look at the head-to-head between these two, it stands even at 6 wins apiece, which is very good considering how good Carlos Alcaraz is and how well he does in head-to-heads against majority of the tour. You could see Alcaraz has won 3 out of the last 4. The only time Zverev was able to get the better of him in the last 4 was on an indoor hard court where Zverev served even more impactful. But you see the last time they played Cincinnati, that was outdoors on a hard court, and it was a straight sets win for Carlitos. We go all the way back down there to 2024. They actually played in the quarterfinals at the Australian Open, and Zverev won in 4 sets. So will he be using some of that experience of last time they played on these courts and bringing that into this semi-final to maybe use some of the same tactics that worked that day? Or has Carlos just come on leaps and bounds? And is he going to be the one with all these new tricks in the book? And he's grown as a player, grown as a man, and now looking for the career Grand Slam. That's right. Well, let's get on to a prediction because I'm sure you're waiting to hear how I'm going to go with this one. I think that there's a lot of keys to victory here for both of these players. Keys to victory, simple for Sasha Zverev. Has to serve well. Keep the first serve percentage, I'd say, above 70%. he cannot give Carlos too many second serves because he is going to finish them off. Proved against Alex de Minaur, which isn't the same level of serving, but if you just pop a second serve into a hitting zone, he's going to finish it off. He's got too much power. He'll get you at least on the back foot and then attack the net and with a nice comfortable volley, finish off the rally. So that's key for Zverev. And Zverev, he probably wants it to be a little bit more linear, this match. Doesn't want the craziness that Carlos Alcaraz brings. And I think I'd go the same to say the opposite for Alcaraz. He wants to embrace the chaos. He wants Zverev to be out of his comfort zone. So this is the tactics I think Carlos needs to employ. He needs to play lots of variety, lots of drop shots. Zverev always standing quite far back whilst returning. He needs to make sure that Zverev doesn't really get a look in and get comfortable. And he wants to target the Zverev forehand because this is notably the weaker side for Zverev. The backhand is a piston. It's one of the best on tour, and he can hit that all day long. But if Carlos goes deep into that backhand side and uses a few different angles as well and paces, I think he will get some success. Zverev may be looking to hang on to get to tie breaks, and he could be successful. Maybe in one, maybe in two, who knows? But I'm going to give you my prediction, and I think Carlos Alcaraz is going to win this one, but I think it will be in 4 sets. I think Zverev is definitely good for a set, but this new Carlitos going to take some stopping. But that's just my prediction. Tell me yours in that comment section below. Do you agree with me? Carlos is going to get the job done? Or do you see Sasha Zverev going above Carlos in the head-to-head 7-6 and making back-to-back Australian Open finals? I want to hear your thoughts. And if you haven't done so yet, give us a like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the